What's going on? It's Nav Sultanic. This is Sultanic Thoughts. Today's video is about grown children. I see this phenomenon in the West. It's like grown men, but they still hold their high school ego, their high school identity. They haven't let it go, you know? And you got to watch out for this. Maybe a lot of you guys are doing this. I did this too. There was a lot of things that worked for me in high school, and I kept them in my personality. And after a while, it begins to work against you. You probably see these guys, outside bars, 4 or 5 guys during the day, just kind of grown children. You need to kick that shit ASAP. And I'll tell you why. First of all, it's wife repellent. It's girlfriend repellent. There's just something that a girl feels extremely insecure and uncomfortable around a guy who acts like a grown child. And second of all, it shows that you're not really tapping into the next level of your life. You're not really tapping into your full potential. And you really got to be honest with yourself when you do this. And for a lot of you guys out there, the first thing I would do is recommend you guys to start journaling your thoughts. Because, the brain, if you look at the brain and you look at the intestines, the stomach, they look similar, right? Pull up a picture of an intestine and a picture of a brain, and you'll see the similarities. Now, when you eat food, you eat it, it goes down to your stomach, your intestines, GI tract, whatever, absorbs the nutrients that it needs. Once it's waste, comes out of your ass, right? Then you feel better, you're ready to eat again, and you keep this process going. Now, people that have digestive issues, they get food backed up, they get fat, they get low energy, they get sick. Same thing with your brain. Your brain absorbs music, absorbs opinions of others, absorbs television, absorbs all kinds of nonsense from this world. And we don't really give it an outlet like how we give food an outlet. You need to develop the outlet for your mind. Journaling works. Talking about your stuff works. But journaling, it's a very rewarding thing because I've been journaling since 2007. It's 2025. I can go all the way back, 18 years, and see how my old self was thinking, what my old self was going through. And I have progression of journals throughout the time. You don't got to journal every day. Your lives aren't that important to journal every day. But you should make it a goal to journal, once a week. I do it Sundays. I sit down Sundays. I write a page. I write 2 pages out. Basically, I summarize the week, what I'm going through, what breakthroughs I have, and then I always put my mission for that following week. And it allows your brain to start to create room, because as you create room in your brain, new ideas flow, better ideas come in, and it's like you're eating and digesting. You're eating the food, you're getting the nutrients, and you're letting it out of your body. Same thing with thoughts. You want to get them in your head, you want to get ideas in your head, you want to process them, and then you want to get them out into the physical world. You don't want to be a guy who just lives in his head and plays these loops over and over and over. So it's a simple, easy thing to do. Now, you can take it a step further, like me, pray and meditate. Praying and meditating really quiets the mind. I pray in the mornings, pray at night, and I throw in a meditation during the day when I hold myself accountable to it. It's another thing that just lowers the noise, gets rid of the noise. The music is very, very important. You want to be filling your head with, ideally music that doesn't have lyrics, and you want to be aware of your nervous system while you're listening to music. Now, if you put on some drill, you're gonna get hyped up. You know what I mean? You might get some energy at the gym, bust out a few sets, but you look at the messaging, it's degenerate, it's evil, it's satanic, and you're having that loop in your head. It's affecting how you see the world. There'll be a lot of opportunities right in front of you, but you're like this. you're not really opening your brain to it. You have a fixed set income. You might be looking at who to rob or what illegal thing you can do, what scam you can pull. You're not going to be thinking about how can I help this business owner make some money? How can I, help my friend grow his business? It's really creates a limiting thought. Now, better than music is audiobooks from people that have actually done shit. These days, everyone's just trying to quit their job and become an author, right? To quit their job, try to become a guru or something. And I know you guys some of you might be thinking, bro, aren't you doing the same thing? In a way, yes. But the reason why I started this channel, like I told in my other video where I to say why I started this channel, I started for the wrong reasons 4 or 5 years ago. That's why I didn't upload videos. Now it's a different ballgame. Now I got this clarity. Things have happened in my life. And when I hit play, I start talking. I don't really hesitate. I don't really run out of things to say. I have so many ideas for videos, but I'm still pacing myself. Right? But you want to, like, for me, Brian Tracy is a really good one. If you really want to work on your mindset, you can go on YouTube, find Brian Tracy books. If you're into investing, find the billionaires, Ray Dalio, Warren Buffett, you know what I mean? Jim Simmons, you know what I mean? These guys have made billions of dollars and they have books. You can sit down. It's basically you're sitting down in a room with these guys and they're telling you all the things they learned throughout their life. Now, wouldn't you want to rather listen to that than King Von? You know what I mean? King Von's dead. These guys are chilling in the Hamptons in $100 million houses, right? Pick who you listen to. Family and friends, I get it. There's some loyalty, there's some love there, but really, they don't have what you want in life. You really got to limit the opinions of others coming into it while you're trying to build yourself, while you're trying to get out of that high school mentality you've had. You have to get rid of your high school friends. And you don't necessarily have to get rid of them permanently. You can't be sitting there, trying to find things to connect with, talking about the old days, because a lot of these people in life, let's face it, they're stagnant. They gave up on their goals. They're doing the bare minimum. They're going to work. They're coming home. They're grabbing six packs. They're grabbing some pot. They're watching the game. They're jerking it. They're banging their 4 out of 10 girlfriend. Waking up the next day, going on with it today. They're not really thriving in life. They're coping in life. You know what I mean? If you took away their vices, their weed, their alcohol, their sports, their video games, their Netflix, their average girlfriend, you see them, they'll start to get angry, they'll start to panic because they're gonna what? Start facing themselves. Like we said in the other video. Don't avoid facing yourself. Face yourself. And that's another thing. A lot of these grown men, they're not really facing themselves. They're not really admitting to time that was wasted, where they are in their life, how they screwed up their life. It's too uncomfortable. They don't want to deal with it. But, it doesn't end up good. You can't delay that. You got to face yourself. So that would really be where I would start. I mean, this video can go much, much more in depth, but I just want to give some basic tips for you guys, things to clear the mind. Exercise 100% clears the mind. Steam room sessions, they clear the mind. These are very low cost activities, you know what I mean? A gym pass is what, on the low end, $15-20. You go to Planet Fitness, you go to some of these basic gyms, or you can go high end, $100 like I do. I got steam rooms, I got saunas, I got everything I need. I have massage chairs. It's really a place I go 3 times a week and really de-stress myself, get myself relaxed. Because you need it, man, especially in the Western world. It's stressful out here. There's a lot of things. There's pollution, there's noise, there's taxes. There's a lot of things that can start eating at you. And, that's pretty much it, man. Really, really focus on your brain, clearing out the clutter and putting in things that you feel or are going to start moving towards your direction. Like I said, you see these guys, they're still listening to rap songs from the 90s, early 2000s. Like, bro, you already know the lyrics. You've heard it a million times. Put it to rest, man. Level up. And guess we'll just wrap up that video there. like I said, I'm doing 2 videos today to just catch up with the 30 days of consistency. So I have another video recorded. I couldn't upload it because I was coming from out of town. I could have. I should have just used my data, but I was waiting for Wi-Fi. But now I'm gonna take all 3, upload them, put them on the channel, like, subscribe. Guys, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. That's it. Peace out.